huge. Just eat potatoes for a week, basically. Let's eat my lettuce tacos. It looks pretty good, actually. I definitely think when you try it, you could tell it's done by a beginner. I love living alone. I feel like it works for me in many respects.
However, I've always struggled with planning and cooking myself consistent nutritional meals. I've had 2 chefs come into my kitchen and show me the ropes. I've learned a lot from them, so now it's time for me to give it a go, but on a budget. In the UK, we're going through a cost of living crisis, so in this video, I'm going to set myself a budget of £25 this week.
What I would like to know in this video is what you can get for £25, if I can eat a nutritional diet with that money, and how much variety of meals can I have. Let's go shopping. Wish me luck.
So I headed to my trusted Lidl's because they do this thing called the wonky veg box, which is only £1.50, and you get all of this fruit and veg. It's basically items that are no longer in its prime sellable state, but honestly, I can't tell the difference. It's a bargain if you ask me.
What can I make with these? This could be a good source of protein, and it comes with tomato sauce in it, so I don't have to like cook it as much. I don't know, I think that's really good for us. Let's get it. Fish.
I also got some eggs and even more great sources of protein in the form of chickpeas and taco mixed beans.
Maybe I can make taco with lettuce wraps.
For £3.29 again. Just eat potatoes for a week, basically. Also, I got this massive bag of pasta.
Look how big that is. Now I've come to the rice section. Now, a girl loves her rice, so it's not something I really want to settle on because I think I'm going to be eating a lot of rice this week. This one is the cheapest option, and it's 52p, and this one is 185, so this is way more. I think this is going to taste better. It's basmati rice. In this case, I'm not going to go for the cheapest option, and I'm going to go for this, but it means the food will taste better. Sometimes you got to think about the quality, you know? We're on a budget, but we also want to eat good food.
Picked up some other essentials. These are going to be absolutely vital for my meals this week. I also needed some healthy fats to cook with.
Coconut milk to make a nice curry with, I think. The veg box has a lot of apples, so I'm thinking I'm going to make stewed apples, which is good for your gut, and I'm going to have that with oatmeal, and that's going to be my cereal for the week. And hopefully that'll be lovely.
And that was everything for the week, coming to a bargain price of £24.80.
So this is what I'm working with this week. Probably more food than I need for a week, I think. But what I like is there's so many different ingredients, which means hopefully I have a lot of variety this week, which is the thing that I've struggled with most in the past, to be honest. This is pretty much a saving grace this week, is the wonky veg box. I think the main thing is figuring out the planning and scheduling of it all, because obviously this is great, but the whole reason that they're selling it for 150 is because it's going to go off a lot quicker. So I basically need to make use of this like straight away. Every wonky veg box is different, so you really don't know what you're going to get. So in that respect, you can't really plan. I have these lettuce leaves,
and I'm going to use them as taco shells with taco mixed beans and rice to make creative tacos.
I feel like that's going to have to be today's dinner, to be honest, because this is not looking at its best form. I have a broccoli. I think what I might do with this is put it in like a fried rice situation. I do not know what to do with these. I might either just have these as a snack or turn them into like a compote, maybe with my oatmeal. I have loads of onions, which is really good because I'm gonna need that to cook all my meals this week. And then I have, oh, it's a grapefruit. Is it a grapefruit or is it a pomegranate? And I have a bunch of peaches, a lime, and I have so many apples. I'm gonna freeze the bread.
Then I'm going to split up the chicken thighs and freeze them as well.
I think that's good, decent meal options and variety. I think it's time to meal prep. Let's do this.
I started with the rice for the tacos.
Just trying to separate all the rice. I am currently in therapy, and it's honestly one of the hardest and most rewarding things I've ever done. This video is a paid partnership with BetterHelp. Is there an area in your life, such as your happiness or achieving your goals, that you're currently struggling with? Or you're just a human in this world going through a tough time? I can relate. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy accessible. BetterHelp is a platform that makes finding a therapist easy because it's online. And by filling in a few questions, BetterHelp can match you to a credentialed therapist in as little as a few days. It's easy to sign up and get matched with a therapist. There's a link in my description box. It's betterhelp.com/clickfortaz. Clicking that link helps support this channel, but it also gets you 10% off your first month of BetterHelp. Until I met my current therapist, I really struggled to find one that worked for me. So if you don't fit with that therapist, which is a common thing in therapy, you can easily switch to another therapist with no additional cost. I'm still very much in the process of therapy and have probably a very long way to go, but I have noticed noticed that the way I show up for myself has massively changed and improved for the better. So if you are struggling, consider online therapy with BetterHelp. Click the link in the description or visit betterhelp.com/clickfortaz. Thank you again to BetterHelp for supporting this channel.
So I set the rice and eggs to one side and started separating the chicken into containers to freeze. I also froze my bread to make it last longer, and then also my pack of vegetables. I put all the apples from the wonky veg box in a bowl. There were so many apples, and I'll be using a lot of them to stew for breakfast. For today's meals, it's lettuce, tacos, and egg fried rice with broccoli. Look at my prepping skills. We've come a long way. I'm gonna try to multitask and cook both meals simultaneously. Yes, guys, you heard me right. At the same time. I'll be using butter for all my cooking this week, which is kind of a new thing for me. I put onions and broccoli in both pans and added seasoning. Yes guys, I'm using seasoning now. These are all things I already had in my cupboard, so I didn't need to budget for them this week. So don't be mad at me. A girl's trying her best. We got a taco mixed beans, veg, tomato puree in one pan, and soy sauce, egg, and rice in another, baby. This is some pro multitasking skills coming from me. We love to see it.
Both dishes have been cooked. It actually didn't take that long. So this is the egg fried rice, and I made so much of it. That's huge. So that's gonna last me a good while, actually. I can't get over how much this is. This is a lot. This means I don't have to cook for the next few days. I love that for me. And then I made a big batch of this veg mix. I'm calling it a taco mix. It's probably definitely not that, which I'm also going to freeze. Feels like a lot of food, actually. I'm gonna make my lettuce taco wraps. Got some rice left over, I've got my lettuce, I've got my veg mix. Let's eat my lettuce tacos. Wait, you don't even put rice in tacos? I don't know what this is. This is lettuce with some veg mix and some rice. Let's eat.
So the way I plate it up is lettuce leaf, little bit of rice, taco mixed beans on the top, and we're done. I'm ready to eat. Simple.
I have no idea how I'm gonna eat this. The lettuce isn't given a structured taco texture. Let's try it. Oh damn, that is so nice. She's healthy, she's tasty, her textures are hitting. Oh my god, this is actually really, really good. Really, really nice. I feel like the lettuce really adds to this. I came up with this all by myself, and I think you can tell. This actually turned out way better than, well, I didn't think that far ahead to be honest, but this turned out really good. Not the most pretty and clean thing to eat. I don't know how to turn the camera off now because my hands are filled with stuff. Bye. See you tomorrow. It's breakfast time. Breakfast is toast with bananas. I have to eat these really quick because they're gonna go off. And some peaches. I'm gonna cut up some peaches into little slices. So getting my fruit in, which we love. I think one of the things people say they struggle with when they're living on a budget is having like a nutritionally balanced diet. So I am glad that so far I've managed to incorporate a lot of fruit and veg, a decent amount of fruit and veg into my meals.
So I chopped up the fruit, toasted the bread, and put banana slices on top. This has been a comfort food of mine since I was like a child. If you haven't tried this already, you definitely should. The sweet and salty combo really hits. It's a classic in my head. For lunch, I reheated the egg fried rice. Still tasted as good as fresh, so we love that. And then froze the rest and taco bean mix too as meal prep for later in the week. Looking forward to having that again because it was so good.
I have a lot of apples thanks to the wonky veg box. I mean, this is a lot. So I was thinking I would stew apples. I went on TikTok because that's where I get all my information from, to how to stew apples, and it's pretty simple. You just need water and sugar. But according to TikTok, apparently stewed apples is really good for your gut health. Eating stewed apples is like a detox for your liver. And when apples are stewed, they release this thing called pectin, which is really good for your gut. Not only am I helping with food waste, I'm also gonna eat something hopefully delicious, get my breakfast sorted for this whole week, and help my gut too. We love to see it.
So I started by chopping the apples and added boiling water with sugar and just left it to stew. And that was it. Meanwhile, making dinner. I'm such a multitasking queen this week. Honestly, I've been learning. I'm picking up some pro chef skills here. I cooked the pasta and then added in the mackerel.
I think it's really important that I get fish in my diet this week. So I picked up these cans of mackerel. It looks pretty good, actually. Fish obviously is really good for the brain, but you should try to have fish at least once a week because it's meant to help with, well, hopefully not get memory loss later in age. We got our pasta, it's going in. Then I just put this in, mix around, and that's lunch sorted. Very minimal cooking. I think this is like 2 portions worth. So I shall have this for another day. Mackerel is a particularly very strong scented fish. Let's try it. Oh, I like this. It's actually really, really good. And it required no cooking. I just had to boil the pasta and then put the tin in. And I've also got loads of pasta left and 1 tin left. So I can make it again this week. Oh yeah! Another successful meal sorted.
The stewed apples turned out great. Not bad for a first attempt. Successful day. Feeling pretty good about myself, I'm not gonna lie. I am adulting like a pro this week. Who am I? Someone who's fed herself consistent nutritional meals on a budget, that's who. Look at me go. We love positive affirmations. Can you tell I'm doing therapy at the moment? Because I can. I've been pleasantly surprised with how this week's gone so far. Completely surpassed my expectations. For today's breakfast, I'm making porridge with the stewed apples from yesterday. Honestly, I was not expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. But then again, I do like apple crumble. It's gonna have a happy gut in no time. I decided to go creative with this one. So we got some garlic, onions, chickpeas, mixed vegetables, some seasoning, tomato puree, because why not? And just mix it all together. And you get yourself... I'm gonna call it chickpea curry.
I think, dare I say it, I might be getting a bit more confident in the kitchen. When I have less ingredients to work with, it actually makes the cooking process so much easier. I just put a lot of random things in a pot and I made like a chickpea veg curry thing. That's actually quite nice. But also, I have leftover rice from the other day, so I'm gonna use that rice for my meal now. Wow, we love being prepared. Didn't even take me that long. It took me what, 10-15 minutes? Smashed it. It actually looks legit. It actually looks like it could be edible food. Ooh, that's actually really good. It's a bit dry, but that's because I didn't have much sauce to work with. Maybe I should put water in it to make it more saucy. But that's really flavorful and tasty. This might be one of my favorite things I made so far. It's time to use this bad boy. I have approximately 7.2 kg, ooh, smells funky, of potatoes to get through for the rest of the week. Obviously, I'm not gonna use all the potatoes the rest of the week, but I have a lot of potatoes. Luckily, potatoes are very versatile, so I can do a lot with this. I have defrosted the chicken thighs I put in the freezer. The plan now is to make chicken thigh curry, and I'm just gonna wing it based on the ingredients I have. I think I'm gonna make a lot. I've got like lots of chicken. We love protein. All right, let's do this.
Butter and onions in the pan. I chopped up the potatoes into smaller pieces so they cook quicker because I'm a lazy burger. Added some seasoning and then the coconut milk. Mixed it all up. Then in with the chicken thighs and tomato puree to finish it off. Honestly, I've surprised myself here. I didn't think this would go as well as it did. That looks like it's made by someone who knows what they're doing. We've come a long way, gang. Even I am shocked by the results this week. It looks beautiful, but what does it taste like?
That's really nice. It doesn't taste like any curry I've ever had in my life. I definitely think when you try it, you could tell it's done by a beginner, but it doesn't taste bad. You could tell like the seasoning isn't quite right, but it's still really good. This is still a very enjoyable taste experience. I like it. I feel a bit like Remy this week. I've got a bunch of ingredients and I'm just like experimenting, trying different things. It's so hearty and wholesome.
This week was going almost too well. It's starting to become a bit suspicious now. For breakfast, I had eggs on toast. I love me a gooey yolk. And for lunch, I'm making jack potato with the taco mix leftover. This was an incredible combo. Add some cheese to that and you'd be laughing. I did not have cheese, therefore I am slightly smiling off camera.
This was from the Wonky Veg box, right? And the whole reason they give them away is because they're not like sellable condition. It's been like a whole week. It's perfectly fine. That has been a week of living off 25 pounds. Honestly, it's been really fun. I've actually been really surprised with how much variety and options I got this week. I still have stuff in the freezer, by the way. So I still have meal prep. I still have food for tonight. I still have lots of ingredients left over. I've actually been pleasantly surprised with how it's gone. I actually really enjoyed the cooking this week. I think I enjoy cooking when it's more spontaneous and creative rather than following a recipe. I really don't like following recipes. I don't like following instructions. I'm very much a person who just likes to put me in a situation and I'll figure it out. I don't like being told what to do. And I've also been pleasantly surprised with what I've come up with in terms of the dishes. Like that chicken thigh curry was very much winging it, but it actually turned out incredible. Maybe I could do like a series, and I was thinking maybe if you guys are interested, you can suggest like a set budget for a particular store or a particular theme. This week was quite a tight budget of £25 for a week, but the store was Lidl, which is also a cheaper store, so it was doable. But I think there might have to be a different budget for different stores, such as like Sainsbury's or Tesco or Asda. Or there could be a different theme. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below if you want to see me try doing that. And that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you lots. Please know they matter, and I shall see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.
I think it's about time for me to go. Like I dive deep. Like I'm last week night with the flow here.